Greetings folks, my name is Bob and welcome to Bob of All Trades. I've got this idea in my head and I'm going to call it a Stadia certified laptop. Being able to stream your video game with uncompromised quality and performance is just a matter of when. And while my internet service here may be close enough to support that, I know my brothers and sisters around the globe are not going to be able to take advantage of that, but also understand that internet is getting better across the globe every single day, because 10 years from now, the way we played games in 2019 is basically going to look like the Blockbuster of video games. But it does not have to be all doom and gloom for the hardware manufacturers that make laptops. As a matter of fact, I think they may offer the best solution for that Stadia certified gaming experience. So just hear me out here. What if we have dedicated laptops, 14-inch chassis such as this Aero 15 to your right, with a 15.6-inch display? In my mind, the perfect size laptop for portability, weight, and screen size, so you have virtually little to no eye strain. A very good balance. We don't need a dedicated GPU in there, so there's no passing on that NVIDIA tax onto us that the manufacturer has to eat initially. Inside, you can have 3 different CPUs running that 15-watt 8-thread U processor from Intel. Combine that with a big battery means we should be able to have some pretty significant runtime, whether we are connected to Stadia or doing whatever we feel like doing. There's no reason you can't get 6, 8, 10, 12 hours depending on how the software is configured for the hardware. Perhaps the content creators out there can benefit from a 6-core 12-thread chip, and being able to have the whole entire heatsink for that CPU and integrated GPU means no more thermal throttling, even if we increase the wattage from base 45 all the way up to 60, perhaps 90 watts with an HK unlocked CPU. There is some potential there should a manufacturer see fit. They could even combine that with a Thunderbolt 3 port. I know many out there would enjoy having that, not only from transfer speeds, but there's also a very niche market out there that thinks that an external GPU enclosure is going to be a solution for them. Well, there it is. Having a big battery with all of these SKUs would be crucial. If you can maximize that to the 99 watt-hour legal limit, please do, but do not skimp on this. Having a big battery is going to be one of the keys to success of the Stadia certified laptop. Now, Google was talking about 4K at 60 Hertz, so perhaps some of these 4K displays as an option. But there's also some talk with Full HD 120 Hz. As a matter of fact, there was also some talk with some Ultra HD 120 Hz, but we do not have those panels at this time for laptops, at least not ones that are affordable. There's plenty of Full HD 144 Hz near 100% standard RGB panels out there. Put one of those in one of these Stadia certified laptops and we're going to be good to go. But the number one most important thing for the Stadia certified solution type laptop is the internet ports. You must have a local area network, the fastest Wi-Fi possible. Right now would be what, the 9260 or the 9560 from Intel, as well as LTE. Allow us to put our own SIM card in there. Before you know it, 5G is going to be here. That's going to allow between 10 and 20 gigabits of speed. That is so fast that people will eventually just use their phones as hotspots for their home internet. It's just a matter of when. So being able to have access to those 3 solutions, whether it is local area network, Wi-Fi, or LTE on your Stadia certified laptop means if I want to go to my local park and bring a mouse and the laptop unplugged and play Overwatch for an hour, I can. That's going to be pretty awesome. Now, due to the nature of not having a dedicated GPU, means there's 80 plus watts of thermal headroom that we don't have to deal with anymore. That means we're going to have a quieter laptop by default. That also gives you the opportunity, people, to have an excellent audio solution out of this thing, and also giving you a little bit more room to maybe adjust speaker placement in there. Once again, something that you would not want to overlook. Have a strong audio piping out of these laptops. And some of these manufacturers could even make a deal with Google, offering a bundle solution with the Google Stadia controller, as well as perhaps a 3 or 6 month subscription to that service. And the clever ones out there could even take that controller and make it aesthetically match the laptop that they're providing to the consumer. Now, here's where things could potentially get a little bit dicey. Now, let's figure a year and a half from now, let's say the summer of 2020. I would be willing to bet that the average cheap RTX 2060 laptop with a 144 Hz panel is going to cost around $1,200. I have no proof of this, but that's kind of where I'm at in my mind. If you're offering a Stadia certified laptop that does not include a dedicated GPU, I don't care if it has more ports than that RTX 2060 budget gaming laptop. I don't care if it has a bigger battery than that RTX 2060 budget gaming laptop. If you price that at $1,200, you're going to have a hard time convincing a lot of people that it has more value than a gaming laptop with a dedicated 2060, especially when this thing first kicks off, should it happen to do so. So you're going to have to play a little bit of cautiousness here when it comes to the pricing. I'm thinking somewhere between $900 and $1,200 depending on the package that you are offering. After all, people are going to need a subscription to Google, as well as those that want to use the LTE service and pop their SIM card in. Maybe they're going to have to do something with their cell service provider, just various things like that. So you do have to respect the additional costs that the consumer is going to have to fork out of their own pocket, and they will be factoring that into the cost. So I'm sure by now you're already disliking the video. I'm sure the first 1,000 people that watch this that are fans of this channel are thinking, whoa, Bob, what are you talking about, man? You work with laptops, dedicated hardware. I know, I love that stuff. I will probably always love that stuff more than what Stadia is intending on offering. But at the end of the day, we are not the majority here, right? The majority of people play games on their phones, okay? So we're just kind of seeing if we can roll with the punches a little bit here and perhaps help some manufacturers sort of shoe themselves into this Stadia service instead of being behind. Offer something that is ultimately better than everyone else, having that high refresh rate panel, having LTE. Obviously, the size of this device, yet portable, is going to allow them to have a bigger battery than anything else out there. So being able to use this for hours on end anywhere they feel like is definitely going to give them an edge compared to everything else. Okay, hopefully I made my point across. That's going to do it for now, and hopefully you enjoyed the video.